The British persist in thinking that their empire still exists. This cannot be allowed to continue. We will take everything from them. First, we shall force them from Burma, and then we will take India. The sun that rises over the British Empire will be that of Japan.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Axes and Allies. In the last episode, I ended up rage quitting because I was getting sick and tired of playing that map over and over again. And lo and behold, this is yet another map that has a humongous tendency to crash. So I will at least go on until it crashes, and I don't even know at this point. In my previous playthrough, I had to do it, I think, about a dozen times because it kept crashing, and I don't have that patience anymore. But anyway, we are here in the Japanese invasion of India. Something that kind of sort of happened in our timeline. They end up successfully driving out the Allies, which include primarily the British and some Chinese. There's a Chinese expeditionary force under, I don't think it was under Chiang Kai-shek. It might have been, or at least, I don't remember who was in command of the army. But, yeah, they ended up getting pushed out of Burma in late 42, maybe early, no, I'm pretty sure maybe it was even late 41, I don't remember which. But yeah, they were pushed out of India, and then nothing really happened for a fair bit of time. The weather was primarily the issue that they ended up having. But, yeah. Anyway, we have to destroy all British forces, so we essentially have to, and yes, you do actually have to come here, you have to come to Colombo, which is Siam, or Sri Lanka, whichever you want, and you can just see how badly the scaling is. Sri Lanka's here. You have Bombay, which is present day, oh, I don't remember the name now. I used to remember, whatever. Essentially, this is one side of India, this is the other side of India, so scaling's a bit, yeah. Surprisingly, there is no Inphal in here, which is kind of what I would end up expecting. But anyway, I have stuff I need to go ahead and deploy. I'm not going to bother really cutting anything out. Yeah, you don't really need to. Go and just deploy core here. You have some starting units, which is, granted, it's fantastic to actually have some starting units for once, and, or I should say buildings. Granted, you just have to deploy them wherever you want. Deploying them here is absolutely fine. You could go ahead and deploy it up a little bit further if you so wanted to, and I'm actually going to go ahead and actually do that. You deploy up here. Oh, you're an ammo truck. Do I have a regular just supply one? No, I don't. That should be fine. You lot are going to be unattached, but that's fine. And we even start with a artillery tank, which Japanese tanks were not particularly good, to say the least. They were pretty damn rubbish, and they relied primarily on. Granted, I don't know much about Japanese tanks. I know that a lot of the time they end up using a tankette or a tanky. I don't remember how you're supposed to pronounce that, but it was not a particularly good tank. Yeah, it was a really kind of shit tank, but I mean, it was a tank. That's all I have to say, is that it was indeed a tank. Which, in certain areas such as, in like Malaysia and whatever, whenever the Japanese ended up invading there, that was actually a very surprising thing for the British. They did not expect the Japanese could have really any form of tanks due to the terrain that they'd be going through. Now, granted, the tanks themselves were really kind of rubbish. I believe they had a 20mm gun, maybe. I think they had a 20 or 22mm gun, which, is not a particularly good gun, to say the least. And, what am I doing? No, you need to, I guess I could go ahead and bomb you. It's not going to do much, though, especially because you're not going to do any, like, goddamn damage. You deploy there, you go ahead and deploy. Mine's going to be a bit of an issue, but I should be okay. Main reason I do not like playing as the Japanese is the fact that they do not have the machine gun upgrade, which is really irritating because a lot of your units, you know, are a lot less effective. I don't remember how prevalent automatics were in the Japanese army. It's kind of a case where I know some things about some stuff, but it's some things about some stuff. I'm going to go ahead and send you all the way up over here. Oh yeah, but because I completely and totally forgot what I was trying to originally point out. Yeah, the tangas that they end up having, which they also used against the Soviet Union, I think during the invasion of Manchuria that happened in 1945, I believe they were deployed there, maybe. But they were also used during the battles of Mongolia of like Chongqing-dol, or I don't remember what the name of the location was. Yeah, they ended up being deployed there, and they were not particularly all that effective. Because, I mean, light arms could penetrate the armor, because it had very, very light armor. Which, again, for something of that, something like that, it kind of makes sense. Japanese were not really known for having great tanks. They're much better known for having pretty okay fighters, at least at the start of the war. And their infantry was, you know, was their infantry. But tanks and artillery, not really their thing. Mortars were more their thing. During the whole war, they never really had a lot in the way of like heavy artillery or something of that sort. Now you can send this artillery tank, you can move it up here, and there's an infantry HQ up here that you want to deal with as soon as you can. Sometimes you can go ahead and completely kill it with just that tank regiment. Sometimes you can't. It depends on if they've moved any of the units that they have down there or not. And I'm just going to go ahead and deploy more because you're going to need a good bit of money. You need to have... Why did you run away? Oh, I guess you just didn't have any health or whatever. Whatever. You didn't have any morale. You go in retreat. You move back up. You are going to need some airborne infantry. No matter what, you're going to need some in this map. So, yeah, that and also having an airfield wouldn't be a bad thing either. Maybe even two, if you have built up your economy enough. Now, these bonsai infantry, they're pretty... I don't particularly use them all that much. You have 4, essentially, people that will run up to vehicles and explode, and they will... I believe always destroy a vehicle if they're not, you know, if they can get up there and actually, you know, blow up. So they're pretty good against vehicles. They're not really something that I use a whole lot. Oh yeah, I think you're dead. I'm pretty sure that you're dead no matter what I do. Because I don't think you're going to be able to defeat 2. You might at least get their morale down enough to make them go away. At least for short term. That might work. There we go. And you come from behind me, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot you. These guys are like, hey, wait up! We want to come with you too! Come on, guys, we want to come with you too! That one guy's just sad. That's all I have to say is he's just sad. Yeah, you move up there. Really? No. Don't know why you had the brilliant idea of, you know... shooting your damn rifle at the tank. I mean, I already said that the small arms could pierce through the tankette's armor. But no, that's not what I meant. These are not tankettes. I didn't even know if they have anything of like this size. What even are these? I have no clue. What type of gun do you have? Can you destroy that before they get you? I'm not sure. What type of gun do you have? 75mm. That seems really big for the Japanese. But again, I have no clue. No clue what they ended up having. I'm not the type of person that ends up learning anything, that sort of thing. Oh, the number was flashing. I was like, is that... why is there a mule that has packs on... You know, I don't want to know. Don't want to know why there's a random mule that has crates on it. No, never mind. Not going to say that. I was like, I can't imagine that... that mules were all that common in India. Actually, no, I'm not sure they are all that common in India. I don't know a damn thing about India, especially in modern day. I'm like, I don't know. much more a history person myself than rather, you know, like modern day stuff. I know some stuff, but it's like I just don't know. I don't know how common mules are. I figured more like elephants. You know, that would make more sense. Actually, no, over here that'd make a lot more sense because, you know, you're right near the Burmese border. So, yeah. Speaking of that, during the whole thing, I don't even remember how many men they specifically ended up having. I think they had, come on, brain, you can do this. I believe the Japanese had like 4 divisions, maybe a little bit more. I'm trying to remember how many they had, because I just read it up about it. I might be thinking of the Battle of Inphal. I was just reading that too. But the Japanese did not have much in the way of forces around here. Granted, the British didn't really either. They had 200,000 compared to the Japanese, maybe 300,000. That's including some detachments from Thailand, which was granted very minimal. Thailand was essentially a Japanese puppet. It was more a case of, you know, if you don't listen to us, we're going to invade you. So they're like, fine, whatever. So, yeah, that's essentially what it was. And what I should do, I should actually go ahead and employ a few of you, because you do not need to be here so quick. And I want to actually go ahead and deploy all of you over hither, so I can get a bigger supply base. Because where I'm moving my infantry down right now is where the main British base is. So yeah, I'm gonna have to expect a fair bit. You're fully deployed. You don't have anything in the way of like actual men though, like actual planes they can use at the moment. And I believe there's an airfield over on Sri Lanka too. That one I could be wrong about. I want to say they have something that I want to bomb at the very start, but I haven't played this map in forever and a half, so I could also be completely and totally incorrect. I don't remember. Now these bonsai infantry, they do not actually explode on buildings, they just attack regularly, and I might be able to actually deal with, if all of them die, I could deal with them. Go ahead and send you, and you just see everyone just swarming up. It's like, hey guys, let's go ahead and have a party. You're gonna explode. I don't believe they do any radiant damage. They could, but I don't know if they do or not. Really. Oh boy. So you're probably gonna go ahead and die, which would be relatively unfortunate. I need to go ahead and actually deploy some actual units, because I have not bothered to do so. I need some of you. Probably, I could do some anti-tank. Yeah, I don't want the tankettes. Just artillery. You're probably going to have to run away. You're still being kind of fought at. Yeah, probably not going to be able to do this. You could potentially deal with them. Maybe if these idiots up here would stop running over, they're like, hey, we got to go ahead and shoot all these people. Oh my god. Yep, lost the artillery tank. That's not particularly good. I need some units. Yep, ended up losing the city. That I figured. Hopefully I can deal with you and, you know, actually be able to take the city. Oh yeah, probably not. You're all running away. If I have you, just run back. Run back. Shoot them really quick as they run into me. Oh, nope. I'm gonna lose all of these men. You know what? I'm fine with that. It's not like I need them anyway. I don't have much in the way of actual men, though, which is a little bit problematic. Run back over here. Capture the city. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. They're all gonna die. I was kind of hoping I might be able to destroy the HQ, but nope. They're bringing some more men over. This is not particularly good. Deploy another one. Elephants, help me! For the love of God, help me, elephants. Yep, they're all doomed. Oh well, it's not like I fully care, and I really don't care all that much. and have fun. I think these mechanized should be able to defeat them. God, I hope so. The whole fact that I don't have the machine guns is really annoying to me. Now there's one guy left. Oh, sorry, 2 guys left. Alright, go ahead and do your job. I'm gonna lose the supply thing right now, because that's about to explode. Oh, they're attacking the 2 others I ended up having. That's fine. And there we go. Game already ended up having to crash. It's a good thing I ended up saving a fair bit, though. It took me a fair while, though, which was not particularly fun. Not sure how it's going to end up showing up, because whenever the game crashed, I end up losing a fair bit of footage. It's essentially whenever it crashed, it ended up crashing the recorder, and I didn't get everything I wanted. But anyway, when it happened, I ended up sending my kamikaze fighter to get rid of the airfield that was over in here. Actually, I thought it was a little bit further down, but scout plane said otherwise. And I landed some heavy infantry over in here to get rid of their infantry HQ they had here, and capture Bombay and kind of draw some ire off from my main base over here. So I end up getting some anti-tank, I end up getting some artillery half trucks, I end up losing the tank regiment and my regular bonsai. It doesn't particularly matter, the bonsai are kind of anyway, so don't need to worry about that. These people are going to essentially act as giant lures for me, and to try to detract some of the heat off from the from my main army that I'm going to be advancing. I'm going to go ahead and actually redeploy some of you. You get brought over hither with some of your supply trucks, because I'm definitely going to be needing that as well. Main theme with this map is that you want to make sure that you have a very long area of supply, because otherwise it's going to be a pain in the ass. And oh, you end up getting brought up because they brought some units up. Great! Good thing I have my anti-tank. The bonsai infantry, again, they can be more useful. They, you know, in terms of like direct combat strength, they're more useful than the anti-tank. Only issue is that you only get them once, so it's kind of not that great overall. I'm going to capture New Delhi, which is way in the north. It's right near, like, I think the Himalayan border, or like the Neapolitan border. Or no, it'd be Nepalese. Neapolitan is like southern, is like southern Italy. Like where Naples used to be, the nation of Naples, I mean.